here in downtown Santa Cruz at the site of the late River Street mural that I painted a year ago. There's a big hole in the wall over there. It's kind of fun to be on this construction site with, it's symbolic, right? Like, it's like there's a lot of beauty, a lot of just time where we need to affirm ourselves and build our foundation on the rock. I wanted to explain a little bit about this mural. It's actually getting torn down right now. They're gonna put in a lot of different high-rise apartment. What is the message that I want to say here? Well, I mean, for one thing, all life is divine, and just trying to encourage people to create art and bring more beauty and light into this world, even if they don't know what's going to happen with their creations. And I almost want to like climb in there and kind of show around everything, but I don't think I should because I didn't really ask anyone to be here. Oh, I gotta be careful. Look at this thing. Watch out for that. Look at that. There's all this crumblage on the ground here. And this was a cool yin-yang piece, but there's also another side to the wall which I painted up profusely. And I don't know, I was like painting so much and then I stopped painting. Like, I think I got all the paint free and stuff, so I don't know, I just stopped. But I could like live in that. It's like a house almost. Like, I kind of like that. It has a big hole in it right now. That's fun. That's art. That's artsy. It was at a time where I was really just painting with a lot of flair and freedom. I just was so wanting to paint so much that I just didn't have too much in mind. I was just kind of like, let's get as much color and sacred symbols on the wall as possible. Like, let's get this out to the world. It's just an act of, it's like a spiritual practice. You know, the Tibetan sand paintings, they're painted in sand, dripped, and then they get erased right away. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to show this process. There's a sacred symbol, it's called the Sri Yantra. It brings abundance. There's another yantra over there, and there's a mandala there too. Kind of document this process of the return to the wreckage, right? Art can be like that. It's like it can be made and then it can die and it can be reborn. I don't necessarily mind. It lasted a good 2 years or a year and a half, and it brought a lot of light, in my opinion, to the Santa Cruz community. So I didn't really, you know, think about too much of a design or a composition. I just kind of went in and painted it. I used to have an art studio here with my mother, and we knew the developers of the land, and they gave us this whole space to make a studio in, and we produced a lot of mosaic art. And then one day I got really animated and I decided to paint this huge wall. I guess it's like 80 feet by 20 feet. And I came and I painted it with all this sacred imagery. Sometimes art can be for just a moment of blossoming and just to express oneself and generate that beautiful message in that way. Have a beautiful day, keep creating, and don't worry if it gets destroyed, you know, because, you know, the body, in a sense, will go back to the ocean, go back to the earth at some point, right? That's sort of the nature of art sometimes. It gets torn down, it's like falls back into the sea, crumbles, but the spirit lives on, right? Eternal spirit, and that's a beautiful thing. And art and music and creativity can always express that. Go out there and ask to paint somewhere, get your paint on, and we'll see you next time. Peace.